Hello everybody. Hopefully my mic isn't sounding too crazy today. Actually, I'm going to pull up the stream real quick on my phone just to make sure. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties. I actually have my task manager up right now monitoring my internet. Still can't get my Ethernet to work, which sucks. But it is what it is, and we're going to try our best to not have any major technical difficulties today. We'll see if we can pull off a stream without doing that here. I'm going to give my stream a quick listen. Looks like we are good to go. Awesome stuff. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing, what is it, Tuesday now? Yep, good stuff, Tuesday. Let's turn the music back up. I always forget to do it, and it's my favorite song. Let's go. Come on, get it specifically. Yeah, trying to balance that at like a specific number. So yeah, hope you're all having an amazing day so far. I personally have had a great day. One of my roommates, or my last roommate, has just shown up, kicking off school with a blast, getting to see, oh, wrong one. Cam chat, there we go. Very glad to see all my roommates. They're all awesome people. I'll gush about them as we start our warm-up. Just gonna move my keyboard and some of my stuff out of the way. But yeah, so, you know, kicking off school strong myself. Wow, made this box pretty big. Today I've spent just literally the entire day downloading different programs and books and things like that, just to prepare for my classes. The later you get into your, I guess, computer science career, the more time you have to spend each semester downloading the specific like IDEs and just whatever extensions for VS Code or even different, you know, whatever it may be, libraries. But finally got most of that finished. The part that sucks is I have two main places I work. This, you know, setup right here, and I have a personal laptop that I take with me to campus for labs and stuff like that. So I have to do basically everything twice. And that old laptop is still on Windows 10, and this one's Windows 11. So like each comes with their own stuff to update, and little errors to sort out. But we finished it. I also finally made the triage of cooking all my meals for the week. I do like meal prepping, so, you know, getting that out of the way. I definitely realized today that I've been spoiled during my winter break. You know, eating out a lot, stuff like that, not making my own food, which is definitely a good thing for me, because, you know, I'm gonna move the camera a bit closer to me, because, you know, I don't want to have to do all that, but, you know, getting used to it, budgeting, you know, just the little things. Can't be a little gremlin anymore. I'm back on campus, gotta be somewhat a member of society, as much as a student can be. I hope the start of the semester is also going well for everyone else, or if you're heading back to work or returning from trips, that's going well, or if somehow your break is just starting, welcome. You now have no excuse to join me every night to get better at something that you love. And plus, who doesn't like drawing thousands of boxes? I wonder how many boxes I'll draw in my entirety of doing Drawbox for warm-ups for stuff, or, you know, lines that aren't. I really need to focus on those lines. I mean, our line work is pretty solid today, and for the past couple days it's been solid. It's just not very accurate. You know, they've been consistent, they've been confident, but they have not been accurate whatsoever. So we're gonna try to work on that today. It's a weird balance, both talking and focusing, but we're getting better at it as we do it. Looking at my connection status, it seems like everything's somewhat fixed. It did go out earlier, and I did some reconnecting stuff, and it seemed like it was better. Who knows? I would hate to have to call my ISP back and be like, hey, because I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to annoy them, but this is also annoying me. Yeah, and nothing will get fixed if I don't bring it to them. Getting all of my calendars and stuff set up for my classes. Writing down when homework is due, stuff like that. One difficult part this semester that I've promised myself that I will do better at is scheduling study times for certain classes. Because rather ironically, last semester I just was kind of 24/7 just working on school. And I think the lack of structure made me waste a bit more time than I should have. And burnout was very, very easy. when I, wasn't structuring my time. Because, if you don't have anything better to do, why not do schoolwork? And now I have plenty of things better to do. So balancing that, social life, work, all that stuff, priorities this semester. And I say that every semester too. I mean, a guy who holes himself out and draws every night probably isn't the most social. But yeah, definitely always good to set some goals every semester. Eventually, I think like the sweet spot is about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. That's when you start settling into your routine and things become somewhat normal. You don't feel as stressed. Like, oh, I hope I show up to the right class on time. I hope I do this right. It kind of all sinks in. That's very helpful. And luckily enough to say, I think we've established this somewhat as a habit. I've only forgotten to stream every once in a while. Those nights I was really rushing. I feel like this backline's not going to be very accurate, but we're going to commit to it. Something's off. My box senses are telling me otherwise. Oh, jeez. And yeah, every day I think more and more of doing a study of V1 from Ultra Kill, so we're going to make that happen sometime soon. I really want to complete textures before that, but textures is also very, or lesson 2 mostly. Textures is a very long-term thing right now, mainly because I just do a texture a day about. Sometimes 2 if I'm lucky. Maybe I think today we could hit 2. I think it's a possibility. Okay, we're gonna go for this middle one right here. Double check that lines up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, that was a wonderful line. Let's see if I can recreate it. Oh, wow. Awesome job. Now, one thing that may impact streaming is for one of my classes, I actually have lab work to do with lab mates, and that may cut into my time because if they choose to do later at night, which, that is technically a priority, because I could draw anytime. Let's do a... Yeah, that's a possible box. Okay. So yeah, I will try to give as much warning as I can if those get scheduled ahead of time. I'm a big calendar person, so we'll know in advance, hopefully, if these kind of things come up. I don't want to foreshorten this one too much. I feel like foreshortening can be a crutch, which is a very bold stance for someone who's as new to art as I am, but if you make it super close and super obvious, then yeah, it's pretty easy to gauge it. So crutch may be a harsh word, but you can definitely consistently do highly foreshortened things, or boxes at least, and they'll turn out more decent than less ones where the vanishing point is further away. That is a personal take, though. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who can do insanely good and far away vanishing points. Personally, I cannot. I may be able to one day though. Stuff. Almost finished with our second box with a lot of time to spare. Oh, spoke too soon. That line kind of messed up. And also just a repeat reminder that we will be releasing the stream to the Drawbox community, hopefully by this Thursday. Get some more friends in here. However, this stream is not... That's the hardest part about this, and the part I wouldn't say I'm most worried about, but concerned about, I guess, is I want this stream to reach everybody. It doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as you're doing something that you enjoy and is relatively healthy every day for an hour. But since I'm doing art, this would probably appeal more to artists than anyone else. But hey, artists are awesome people, so I'm not complaining. Man, where was I putting this dot? I feel like it's changing so rapidly. Good stuff. Yep, let's do some ellipses. Still a minute spare. We're slowly speeding up. Maybe we'll be able to do all 250 boxes in 10 minutes. Some kind of crazy training arc. Oof. That's just a warm-up. Slowly getting better. Yeah. Not my best ellipses. We had that one really good day, I think about 2 days ago. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow, solid. That was a great one. Still watching our internet. Looks like it's pretty good. We have some weird behavior on this graph I'm looking at our right for the receive. It has strange bits of a strange pattern to it, but whatever. I'm no network technician, so. Maybe it's supposed to look like that. Alrighty, I feel like goofing around just doing some cylinders real quick, so we'll do that. Not sure if I will partake in the 250 cylinders challenge, or maybe I'll do that as I'm doing lesson 3. I'm not sure if that's allowed or not. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've already kind of completed it by the amount of cylinders I do both here and my free time. Then again, I could definitely improve, for sure. For the sake of improvement and completely completing Drawbox, I don't think that's a horrible idea. But that also means with that philosophy, I have to do the 25 texture challenge, which I'm not looking forward to. Pretty sure I'll have done every texture that exists by then. Wow, some solid larger ellipses. Oh, geez. Well, some not so solid lines, but you're only as strong as your weakest link. Yeah, something seems wrong here. It's because these lines aren't also converging. So yeah, I'll do the 250 box challenge just to address issues like that. Because I'm trying to make these just like cotangent, or this line tangent to both ellipses, but that just doesn't seem right? Anyways, great stuff so far. Time to reveal our texture of the day, and it is corn. So yeah, I had a debate between this and garlic. I feel like everyone does garlic, but if we do finish this one quickly, which I kind of, hey, we may, right? We'll be positive. Then we could do garlic as well. And I would love to be able to finish both. Do 2 textures in one day, that would be awesome. I typically do these inner textures quite fast. So we're gonna set our timer, I'm gonna take a quick water break, and then we'll begin. whenever I look at other streamers, I don't see them drinking as much as I do. I don't know what I don't know what that's about. Maybe they're just doing it off camera. Anyways, 1 hour on the clock. Let's do it. So, yeah. This is actually kind of like an old-fashioned texture. We're gonna analyze this like the earlier ones that we did, and by that I mean that circle looks awfully a lot like a square. So we're gonna do a quick square. That's somewhat square-like-ish. Just realized how horrible my posture was right there. Just fixed it. Awesome stuff. We're gonna kind of subdivide it by eye just a tiny bit. And just so we can get a really good circle ellipse in here, I'm just gonna do it very slowly, piece by piece. Yeah, see, even that was not that good actually. Call it a warm-up, I guess. I don't know. That's very pointy. So for our actual texture, we won't be drawing this circle, just as a note. Because the edges of these corn kernels, we also have this picture, but I like this one a lot more. Gives a lot more detail into the shading and stuff. For the actual kernels, these will be the outside form. So let's do a quick count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh geez, I'm gonna lose count. Okay, I'm gonna put my finger on the screen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh geez. 14, 15, 16. So 16. Oh, that's a great number. Yeah, because we have 4 here, 4 here. Wow, that's pretty. Is it for all? It looks like it, yeah. Oh wait. Oh, this one only has 15, I believe. 4, 8, 12, 1, 2. 14, unless I miscounted. But yeah, definitely less than this. Well, we're going to do the very satisfying even amount. So we have 4 kernels per one. Let's draw a little kernel off to the side here. A kernel looks awfully lot like a rectangle, so we're going to draw a rectangle. And I hope you guys have noticed so far that I actually, I have a process to this now. I have the texture, I estimate it, and then I break it down into smaller pieces. Then I put those pieces together. So right here, we have kernels, and we have the entire thing, which can be a square. And inside that square, we have a bunch of kernels, which can be a rectangle. And so from here, we can now start deducing how wide it'll be and where. So like the kernel has a smaller part as a taper. It's kind of like this on the top. And then it tapers downwards. Then it has the circular bottom to it, like that. It's a bit wider, so it's less tall. It's a bit chunky. We'll keep that in mind as we draw it. So yeah, in reality, we can do same width, slightly more like a 4:3 ratio. So we can do this. There we go. Awesome stuff. So yeah, this is a better one. We like this ratio. We're gonna call it the 4:3 ratio. And so yeah, we have the little interior white part of the kernel, which we can. So we have like this little that part. I'm kind of doing the anatomy right now. The whiter part, and then the interior part, like that. And this is a bit more round, so we'll keep that. But other than that, once again, we have another tooth form. Yeah, these are actually a bit more round, they're not as tapered. So if we were going to do it over here again, we'd have this part, the white, and then not very tapered. Yeah, like that, kind of. Ish, yeah. And then most of them, so since it's curved, right, it's like this surface at the top, we have a bit of a shadow right here on a lot of them. And definitely a shadow between them, but we're already going to draw that because the forms. Some of them overlap. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to do that, but if we run out of room, we can definitely do that. So in fact, the first kernel, let's write this down. First. Okay, I only know how to spell kernel as like, so I'm gonna guess. Because like this is how I'd spell kernel, or like Kernel. Okay, that's an operating system. Corn kernel? Oh, it's spelled the same way. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just gonna add it. There we go. So first kernel will be in half. What's this saying is that when we do our circle, we're going to do this one starting from the halfway mark. So if we need to overlap one, right, we can, like that. And then we can add our, just as practice, like that. Yep, just hid my pure ref, there we go. Okay, other than that, so yeah, I'd say we have this down pretty much. This is actually a bit more wide, so I'd bring this down like right here. You know, in fact, I'd even call this 4-3 as well. Like this is 4, this is going to be 3. So we just remove a half from each side. So the 4-3 kernel, renaming the stream to that right now. If I could find, oh geez, I have too many tabs open. Oh wow. Guess. Okay, I guessed correctly. So yeah. Name is the 4-3 kernel. Nice. I always have trouble coming up with names, so that's very helpful. So yeah, continuing. I just realized I could have easily gotten ink on my shirt, which was devastating. And also, I've had some complaints that my streams are a bit quiet, so we're going to move the mic a tiny bit closer. Don't want to be like breathing in it, but you know. So yeah, we do have this center part. So we have this like fluffy, not fluffy, that's kind of gross way to describe it. But yeah, the like center cob, the cob part, and then the little spindly little arm things. So we're going to draw a 4-3 kernel. I'm going to start with the head here. I think that's the easiest way to start. And then we're going to have our lines down. This one's a bit long. And then we're going to have, you know, this part. Right? And it is round, so actually no, there's not much I can do to like indicate that this is round other than like a little glint, I guess. I don't know. Even though that's not a cash shadow, so we're technically not allowed to draw that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to have our little connecting thing. So I think it's literally just going to be as easy as this. Like, yeah, I mean, kind of as simple as that. No need to make it more complicated. We can add like a bit of a, I'm gonna pull a sticky note that I can draw on to prep the ink of my thing. And just because this is an intricate texture, we'll bring the camera down a tiny bit. Left a sticky note for myself the other day for my little Unity project. Gonna leave that there. Awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna take this right here and have it off to the side just so I can scribble on it to prep and get the ink flowing. So yeah, we have that. And then we have like the center thing. I don't think it's anything too crazy is happening there. We just have this, what we'll have to do is we're gonna do these first and then connect the form on the inside, right? So we have our like cob, and it's gonna have like, you know, these coming out of it. Yeah, there, and go into the kernel. And inside we have these little dots. So we'll just do this. Just something like that. Other than that, we can keep it pretty simple inside of there. So this form is going to rotate. It's going to be on the side. In fact, I did not even pull the texture page out of my binder, so let's pull that out real quick. Good stuff. So we have to decide where we're going to do this. Oh, almost got some ink on it. That would have been bad. And we could do it right here to finish up this entire form. We sadly do have to operate close to the Kawano melon, but I think that's acceptable for the time being. You know, we can power through. So, yeah, so we'll be doing it right here, which means if we're going to copy over our ellipse, just for reference, could be about that degree. So we'll do that. But first, we're going to focus on this one, doing this one, just like maybe a quarter of it. So, in fact, what we can do, just to help ourselves out. Solid line. Perfect. Good stuff. So now we can focus on kind of squishing all of our kernels in here. The hardest part will be deciding like where the radius is, but regardless, or like just fitting them all in here correctly. But we can do so by laying out the tops of these kernels first. There we go, awesome. And so yeah, right here, since this is tilted, it will kind of go over, so we'll try to fit it in there. Because of the inherent taper of a lot of these, it will be able to fit kind of nicely with each other. Some variation is obviously acceptable because, I mean, it's a natural thing, right? But like this kind of taper is crazy. So I'm gonna say like the center one, the center cob is gonna be like this. So these lines are gonna kind of go like this. It kind of looks grotesque. I'm not totally for it, but you know. There we go, awesome. And then, so in these, and I'm not totally messing with the form with them right now, but that's okay. You can add then it's obviously going to be dark between them, but that's a lot of black ink, right? So I'm going to thicken up the lines between them. Kind of do this to indicate like, oh, it's round. Forgot to do this one right here. We can like trail this, I guess, do a bit of that up here. And then on the inside, almost looks like a little COVID thing. Add some very light lines. We could use the Delano light line technique. I still have to figure out how they, oh, I see it. Okay. I'm doing it on a little test piece of paper right here. So to hold it by the side and go very lightly. Get these very fine lines. Not totally working for me. I'm no professional. But it's kind of like when you wish you could have the like 1 millimeter or however crazy it gets with these kind of pens. And if this was normal art, it would. But since we're going to submit this for critique, apologies, we can't. Yeah, put it simply. Also, yeah, this is supposed to be a bit of a bumpy side. Then we have our. I'm gonna just do a lot of dots. And just kind of disperse it. Yeah, the center. So something like this. That actually makes it look round a bit, but I'm not totally opposed to that. I also have another reference, but we kind of get the same thing right there. In fact, these little things connecting it are larger, so we could actually commit to that. And then the insides could be darker or something, I don't know. Haven't decided that yet. Because that's a lot of ink. See? Yeah, so I'm not totally for that unless we make... So there's two options. Oh my gosh. My pins keep rolling everywhere. This desk is not level. So we have two options. One, we could fill in black, but the connectors, so I'm gonna call them, must be very visible. Because here, and it's partially because the way I shaded it in, you can't really tell that anything's connecting it, you know? You can't tell that this is the one that's connecting it. So, or two, dots possibly, and we could figure out something there, or just a lighter technique. Apologies for that. Some emergent messages. Some things do take priority, unfortunately. Back to it though. So yeah, for here, we do have some flexibility because these forms, they're spherical, so we'll be able to see the side of them, the interior, because what's going to happen, ooh, we get to draw a box, nice. So we're going to foreshorten it a lot for this example. So we're going to do something like this. Art box is awesome. You can use them for anything. I'm actually going to draw out the vanishing points here because I want this to be somewhat accurate. This is gonna be like a like a missile, you know, missile corn on like corn kernel. I don't know a better way to put it. It's gonna be like very foreshortened, very an action pose, if you will. I'm so confused now that I'm like not doing this the normal way. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, now I'm back. We're so back. Since it's so accurate, we only need to like visually check two, and the rest will be pretty accurate. So what we're gonna have here, I should have really done this larger, but I don't. Yeah. Since it is spherical, bulbous little something like this. That's the best way I can estimate it right now. Looks a bit goofy, but yeah. So we're going to see this side of it, right? And then the little connector coming out of it. Something like that, right? So we'll be able to see this side, and even though there will be a kernel technically like right here next to it, we'll still be able to see this, which is going to give it some height, some dimension. So we'll just need to make sure to remember to fill that in. Kind of like this. Now obviously it'll be much smaller on the actual page. I mean, this is even pretty large compared to the room that we have to fit 16 of these corn kernels in. So yeah. I have a blackout curtain. Part of it's like almost retroreflective. It probably just absorbs heat or whatever light better. It reflects it instead of absorbing it. And I just turned around and I was like, tinfoil or something? I don't know. It just freaked me out. Anyways, back to it. So we're gonna actually subdivide this because we don't want to do tons of this, right? By the looks of time, we probably will only get this texture done, but we'll see. Draw our minor and major axes. So yeah, on the actual page, it's facing outwards, so this normal vector's like this, so that'll help us kind of visualize it a tiny bit. So let's do some practice ones. 2, 3. Yeah, proportion will definitely be a somewhat difficult thing here. Trying to draw the foreground first. So technically we'd start right here and then go around. Perfect. So yeah, this one's obviously a bit too large. We'll try to fix it down here once we do that one. But then we'd go in. Oh yeah, we don't even have the side area that we were kind of talking about. What we can do is get rid of some of these lines and do dotted lines instead, and then choose to fill it in, or what cast shadows would be there, and etc. Something like this for each of them. And then yeah, we'd go in. So we were just gonna have like another tiny. So this should have been longer and taken up much room, more room. This should have taken less, because I mean these, yeah, proportion, whatever. So yeah, we'd have an ellipse of a similar ratio, similar degree, I guess. Yeah, because degree is the combination between this and this, I think, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, because that makes sense, because if you say something has a low degree, whether it's smaller or larger, they have a low degree. Yeah, so I think it's a ratio. Because this one, but larger, does not have the same degree. So yeah, I think that's how the definition works. Please correct me if you see anything otherwise. But we're gonna have this part. Here's the tricky part. It's knowing where this center ellipse will be, while also drawing the stem. And we're gonna do the larger wide stems, like we said before. We can texture them and give them bumps and stuff like that. See, filling in just black doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem like there's much form there. And this one, I should have made this go under. So like that one's above it. Same thing here. This one was so large, jeez. Yeah, let's repeat the process down here, try to capture more of it. Because it's not complete black, so we can do something right there. I think, screw it, let's do dots. I'm always scared of it, but let's do it. So yeah, this one should have been larger than the last one. I'd say these are pretty equal. Nice. There, so this one's kind of overlapping it just by perspective, not by form. And now we can do, I'm liking this a lot more. I did think about this one somewhat a bit more three-dimensionally. And now we can connect the insides. Less is more, definitely in this case. We can do like this. Awesome stuff. And then, yeah, this one should have been probably more like that. So, important one is to, I'm not going to write over this one just yet. We'll consider that in a second. It should have been more like that. And then we're going to have, yeah, these forms kind of go like this. We're going to respect that form with our dots. So like dots will be higher up here. One thing I just realized is these dots, if we don't draw these lines thick enough, which could ruin just the design of it. would kind of mentally merge into these dots that exist right here, so maybe dots are not the play. Unless it's very thick. So if we do it really thick over here, kind of give it some white space. I think that's acceptable. And we kind of need to foreshorten these a lot more. Oof, not like that though. So yeah, one thing I was going to write over and then didn't is that these should be all constrained like that, and they aren't. That's an issue. So it's easily fixable, but also, yeah, these are going way too high out. I think they need to be a tiny bit more in, so not that high. So it should start underneath the ellipse line, so something like that, yeah, who cares? Awesome stuff. So let's continue forward. Heck, let's get right into the texture. Let's take a quick water break and then get right into it. We have about 30 minutes left, so we could probably even start on the secret surprise. I'm not sure if I revealed it yet. It's garlic. So yeah, spoilers. So yeah, I will be right back. Almost forgot to mute my mic. That would have been somewhat detrimental. All right, let's get right back to it, huh? So yeah, we're gonna ignore the Kawano. I'm not gonna like do anything like put a sticky note over it. That's excessive. I acknowledge that it's not my best work, but we do have to accept that we did do that. Ooh, one difficult thing I did not even take into account. We may move. Yeah, I'm gonna do the corn up here actually because I don't want to ruin my pretty artichoke stuff. And also another thing I realized is there isn't a form over here to guide us with, I didn't mean to put this away. Actually, yeah, we'll kind of do it like this. There's no form to guide where these little bumps should be. So, yeah, we have to consider that while going forward. And we don't have the blue line to, we kind of had a crutch there, but it doesn't matter. We'll do our best. Let's get right into it, huh? So, I can imagine the minor axis. This was not a really good line. The minor axis would be a bit like this. Trying to, yeah, this little whoops is throwing me off. We're gonna obey this one though. This could be like this and like this. Oh, I'm seeing it now. Oof. Maybe I'm not here. You know what? We haven't done it in a minute, and I want to because I feel silly. I feel goofy. Give me a quick second. Gotta pull. Oh, can I reach it? Oh, I can. Wonderful. We're actually gonna do this. Please, please, please. Oh, okay. Trying to pull something out of my little bookshelf without everything falling over. Awesome stuff. I have very old tracing paper, years old. It's not the best stuff, but we're gonna take some pencil and we are going to trace over our form just to get a general idea of, yeah. Last time we did this though, we do have to take into account that that was the Kawano catastrophe, so we'll march forth with caution. Trying to find my, here it is, wonderful. Let's get an eraser just in case. We don't totally need it, but, so we're going to be mindful with the pressure of our pencil. We don't want to ruin anything. And we're just going to try to guesstimate where, yeah, my other tracing paper is much better. So yeah, this is the form. Looking at it. There it is. So yeah, so it's going to look like, okay, that was too much room on this, so much smaller than we did before. Is this cheating? I'm not sure. Maybe Uncomfy will one day see this and remove my Drawbox certificate. I wonder if you get a certificate. I'm definitely framing it. I know it may be a bit silly, but I have worked so hard for this class. I'm definitely going to frame. That's ironic because I don't frame my high school diploma or anything. This though, for sure. So these are going to be proportionally larger than the ones back there because they're closer to us. They're always pointing radially inwards. Oh, we have an extra one, seems. Oops. Keeping our count will be important here. Then we're gonna have our center and then all the stuff to it. Man, I love pencil. I miss it. Draw box, uncomfy. Could you one day incorporate maybe a pencil lesson? Big ask, but okay, so yeah, it's gonna look something like that. It's very hard to see on this, because I first didn't write too deep, darkly, and second of all, this tracing paper is very, very, is opaque the right word? I always get confused with simple stuff like that. Okay, let's do it. So, and also I kind of like the minimal dotting here, but I did use a lot here. We'll see how it turns out, right? We're gonna do it first without any dotting. Just be mindful of the forms and what mandatory shadows we need. So yeah, we established the line to be a bit like this. We'll start when the one's closest to us. Man, these are quite large. We have a lot of room to work with, don't we? Because this side is just so exposed. So this one's gonna be like this. Oh, almost did it without like measuring up everything. Everything's so crowded. Okay, let's take a quick mental reset, or like a physical and mental reset. There we go. Okay, ooh, look at this room. Awesome, we have tons of space to work with. Greatness. Okay. Okay, I was in frame 2. Move a bit to the right. This new desk, I have barely any room. I'm buying a new desk. Amazon is fighting with me right now. It is on the way, hopefully, so we'll have more room. And I just like a little change of space for the, new semester and all that. Let's get a bit of this on there. Remember, that was a bit flat. We want these to be quite round. So this one's going to go pretty much in line initially with their lips. Nice. Don't want to make these too dark either. Great. Okay, now that we got it started, hopefully it's a bit easier. So we're going to continue. We have our minor axis like right here, so one like that. This one's going to be a bit under those. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, these are proportionally just so large compared to these. So yeah, the minor axis is going to go like this. So we're going to have one right here. Do a little dot on the page just to kind of help me out. Man. Okay, and they're going to be somewhat flat too. They're going to curve, but they're going to be flattened by the perspective. Awesome stuff. I just realized a huge fault. We have so much room over here. Yet, okay, the math checks out, so we'll see what we can do, right? Ooh, my brain's having a bit of trouble. Imagining this. Maybe we do need a fifth. No, we got it. Okay, a bit bumpy over here, but that's okay. Yeah, we're not, yeah, oops. It's okay though. So, right now we're going to kind of, oof, this is really difficult. Let's continue forth though. So yeah, these are going to go in, these are going to go in. So yeah, these are going to be really small proportionally. Just going to do that for now. Technically I should have done the, whatever. It's going to be okay. These are going to foreshorten pretty fast. Yeah, these are gonna be pretty flat. Oof. So they're gonna cover each other a bit. So their height. I think I had a couple happy accidents in there, I'll take it. I'd say that's pretty solid. We definitely, oof, yeah, that is great. Ooh, I'm liking it. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, wow. Oh my goodness. Put a bit too much pressure with my hands. I was a bit worried. Jeez, wow, we did a great job right there. I almost feel like I don't deserve it. Okay, we're gonna take a second. We're gonna get a water break because man, I don't want to mess this up going forward. And then we'll continue. So yeah, be right back. It's a very strange feeling to be proud of something from Drawbox because typically in school or things like that, I wouldn't say I'm not proud of it, right? But this just gives a different feeling of pride. Maybe it's because I love art so much, and that's why I feel so good about it. But this definitely does inspire some kind of really weird feeling in me. That makes me just very, yeah, I did this, you know? Because like I could get 4.0s, that stuff. It's difficult to get a 4.0 or get A's, right? It is very difficult. Yet I feel, like more proud of this. That sounds awful, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's because I've always really sucked at art. And so, like school, I've gotten by, but this, I feel like this is very, I don't know, it's different. I love it though. I know that's probably very weird because, we all have different, some people may find art easy and to, do school really well, they feel very proud of, but, this accomplishment to me feels more legitimate towards myself. I guess that's a good way of putting it. It's more attuned to who I want to be than... We can all be great academics, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm either the best academic nor I'm in love with it. Wow, I almost just don't want to touch this because I like it so much. Let's look back at the form real quick. So yeah, this is going to connect to the inner part. So the inner circle is actually probably just going to be formed by a bunch of broken lines. It's like these lines are going to be so short because they're so far away. You can't even draw that one with the size of this pen. Man, one of my roommates, he made some chili or just beans earlier. Man, the beans were, he was testing to see if they were cooked. And it wasn't totally cooked yet, but oh my gosh, was it good. He did a wonderful job. That's my comfort food right there. Things with beans. I know that's a really strange thing to say probably, but anything with beans I'm a huge fan of. Okay, we did a pretty good job right there. Now just choosing how we're going to shade little bits in between, that's going to be a bit of a process. Yeah, we are technically towards the shading part. I'm not going to draw these forms just yet. It's very light dots, I've decided. Dots can make or break you, so I'm just going to very gentle with it in here. I feel like dots are almost an extension of cross-hatching, and Uncomfy may not be okay with that. But at the same time, I need something to actually, yeah, I mean, he just wants cross shadow, so maybe this isn't allowed. Do I like it? Will I keep doing it? Yes. Has no one told me to stop? No. In fact, I have posted my art in the Discord, and no one has told me that this is not allowed, so I think I'll take it and run with it, so. Regardless, other than this texture, I think we've seen, like compared to my last page, an immense and crazy amount of growth in my art, so just in a page, which is kind of a good thing to feel, but also it has been multiple months of me working in this lesson, so it is about time, right? Awesome stuff. And I'm actually gonna thicken up some of these lines. Just the in-between. Not the full line, I accidentally made that mistake right there, but just the in-between area. In fact, I'm gonna do this, yeah. This gives it some depth, I like that. Oop, too much. Oh. I'll take it. Looks cool. Good stuff. Yeah, well, I'm pretty happy with this so far. And let's just add some dots in the center. And yeah, I think we could call it that. Prep my pen a bit. Okay, that didn't work, I guess. There we go. Again, exactly what I thought would happen. We need to thicken up these lines just a tiny bit to indicate, hey, these lines are not dots. Oh, a bit too much right there, it's okay. I feel like the downstrokes cause more ink to flow. I'm not sure if that's just a superstition. Yeah, so this right here is a bit strange. Obviously more ink won't fix it, and I just tried to do that, but we'll do that for now. Something like that. Yeah, I think we should leave it where it is. Maybe we could add a bit more something to the rest of it, but I think we're okay right now. Because yeah, this is like, they're starting to look pretty circular. I like it. It looks pretty good. Okay, so we're going to add corn to it. Yeah, it looks very strange actually from this angle. Maybe we could... Okay, we won't overdo it. We will add some. Less is more, less is more, less is more. Oh my gosh, less is more. I'm rotating it with the page to kind of help me visualize what's happening to the 3D form. So yeah, these are going to be proportionally bigger to the ones over there. And a bit longer too, because, which I mean, is part of the word bigger, but you know, yeah. Oh, we'll take it. I don't think we overdid it there. It doesn't look as cool, but I think that's just because the form's a bit more empty. Anyways, I think that's good. What we're gonna do, I feel like these should be darker too. So we're gonna thicken that up. I know, less is more, less is more. There, okay, and we're gonna do corn. Almost put KO. I don't even listen to them. Okay. C. Make sure we're writing horizontally. O. R. N. Corn. Awesome stuff. And we have 16 minutes remaining. Ooh, that's an awkward amount of time, isn't it? We will start analyzing the next texture. Get ahead, right? Even though we're probably going to do that the next time as well, we'll do some analysis here. So, gently place this back over here. I'm so careful with these pages, it's so scary. So I have a bit of a headache right now too, I don't know why, so I'm going to take a quick sip. Awesome stuff. Let's get back to it. So, our next texture, I don't even have a picture of this, so let's see if I can grab one real quick. We'll just go over here for a second, just so you guys don't have to see my arm. Let's see. It's going to be garlic cut in half. I didn't even realize, so I pulled this one from the Drawbox Pinterest for textures, which is very helpful. I highly recommend you go there, but man, oh wait, I think I actually saved it in my Pinterest. Wrong account? Okay, cool. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Oh man, I love seeing. I follow a lot, or not follow a lot of, but like see a lot of cool artists in what's it called? In my Pinterest, and so I really aspire to be like them in their art. Okay, anyways, back to it. Stop gushing over artist Cav. So yeah, returning. Awesome stuff. We are going to put this. This is garlic somehow. I don't understand. But yeah, this is garlic. Just trust me. So with that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not seeing much symmetry except for this, and even then that's a stretch. Yeah, because we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'm starting to see the symmetry. Definitely lacks a lot of order. And then typically we have, yeah, a somewhat four-sided-ish form. Very round. And a center white piece, darkness in the middle. A paper kind of certainly the little, like, I guess, I don't know what to call it. The skin? Yeah, the skin of the garlic. Is that even right? And the cloves in the inside and the little foil between them. I don't know a good way. Man, my headache's getting really bad. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, rarely do they have two of these little pods inside of it. Only two of them do. So anyways, we will do this with a square. So let's get to it. We had a severe upgrade between here and there. Awesome stuff. I think actually applying it definitely like kicked my brain into gear a tiny bit. We locked in, as they say. Oh geez. Well, thin line it may be. Good stuff. Okay. Maybe my roommate's like having something that's smoke. My smoke alarms aren't going off. Thankfully, they are very annoying, but I think that's their purpose. Who knows? So anyways, let's continue. So yeah, it does have this. In fact, we're gonna do our like little guidance things now. Like this circle probably should have been in pin. So what we're gonna do is we are going to. Most of the form is defined by the things inside of it, but we do. It's a lot like a circle, so. This is, yeah, very wacky, unorthodox form, and then I'm gonna do this. This is going to be our line of symmetry. So we're going to have three big outer ones, kind of like, 1, 2, 3. This is the line I'm kind of whatevering. I don't know a good way to put it, but yeah, we're mirroring it across this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait. Well, you get my drift, right? Oh wait, no. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. There's an extra one. Uneven amount. Oops. Well, we may draw it, we may not. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to try to mirror everything because there's 3 here, stuff like that. It's kind of just a very abstract approach, but we'll do it. So these two are very linear with each other. Kind of mashed with each other. I like this texture. It's not stressing me out so much as like, oh, I have to really capture the form or anything too intense. Go back right here. We have some more autonomy, I guess I should say, with how we draw it. So this one I'm going to start with the top, actually. Awesome stuff. Forgot we have to have one more in there, so we'll try to incorporate that. Awesome. Then we have this one in here, a little T-shaped one, but awesome. Let's make sure to do our little, it almost looks like a, there's like Ouija boards? It looks like the little Ouija board thing that you put your hand on. I don't know. I'm not super, well, I guess I am super superstitious for saying this. I'm not gonna ever mess with the Ouija board. I wouldn't say I'm like a very spiritual or, whatever you may call it, person who believes in supernatural. But come on. I've seen enough horror movies. I know how it ends, right? It's always that skeptic who dies first too. The dude who doesn't believe in it always gets like the most gruesome death, which is probably, you know, a comment by the creator, the artist, the person who made the movie. But you know, I'm not messing with it. That's a pretty fast ticket to dying in the horror movie. So yeah, at this point I'm just kind of doing my own thing because my shapes aren't totally lining together, but that's also kind of the point. So like this, I probably should have extended right there to keep the circular form. But this one, we have this. See, like that would have probably fit in better right there. So maybe we should start with this outer forms and then go in. We shall see. One cool thing is, this is a very popular Drawbox texture. I mean, it's in the Drawbox thing, right? But man, like, I love seeing everyone's take on drawing this. Because everyone has their different methods, their different approaches. One thing when I was younger in art is I would always be afraid about actually making my own art. I've just got an important message, and that it would be original and all this other stuff. My little sister. Oh, whoa. Uh-oh, wait, this is not good. This is not within our playlist. Oh, goodness, how long have we not been... No, stop it. Uh-oh. That's not good. How long have we been playing music? Uh-oh. Well, we've been playing Uh-oh, that's not good. Dang it, we've been playing non-creator mix music. Oh, not that there's any issue, just I hope that we don't have any claims made. If so, we may have to mute portions of the video, which I do apologize. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Well, we finished this. Uh-oh, man, that's not too good. Whatever. If our YouTube channel gets taken down, we're still gonna draw. We're gonna still do the things that we love, right? So I'm gonna kind of do the skin on the outside. Just fall on it a bit. Awesome. Always make sure to rotate your paper. Good stuff. Let me pull up. Oh, geez, I'm a bit worried about that, but it's okay. We're not big enough for people to go after us. But yeah. So now, yeah, we'll just kind of fill in the darkness in between it. I feel like these could have been squished more together. We left a bit too much of a gap between them, so that's something to consider going forward. We have our little seeds. I don't know what to call them. First off, they're not that big, so that was a mistake. But also, we don't have much room to work with. This one kind of has a bean shape. I guess the centermost one kind of does have to be a dot or line, or maybe we don't even draw it. We'll see. Because this would just become like that, right? Yeah, maybe I'll just permanently scare off subscribers, so we don't have to worry about DMCA's. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's continue. Maybe we could do these as broken lines instead, so they seem a bit thinner, and then do the actual form inside of it. Also, that's a sharp edge. We don't want that in this. And since we're dealing with shadows between them, which these are going to be quite heavy compared to the actual thing. Yeah. Also, these have 3D form, so kind of like the corn, we'll have to take that into account. Maybe we could do a little cool box thing next time to estimate it. And for the skin, we can actually like double line it. So we have this broken line, and then we have the black texture around it. I'm not sure. We can figure it out. Should be probably leaving notes for myself going forward, but I'm also lazy. Now I'm kind of doing it freehand. I was originally referencing, but now I'm just having fun with it. Awesome stuff. Okay, yeah, that center one doesn't have anything in it. So, yeah, and just kind of all filled in after that. We could try to recreate these, the Not sure if my pen's fine enough, but there's like these little spikes on it. Not like physical spikes, these are color. So technically we shouldn't be drawing it, but it doesn't form the, yeah, like we have these very light, so I think that's a bit too crazy even. We'd just do this. And I just thought about it. Last semester I had a pretty awesome professor, and this semester I won't have him. Not that, you know, professor totally dictates my enjoyment of the class, but he was one of the best at our school, so to go from the best to normal professors, I should say, I don't know, it's pretty mean to say normal professors, that anyone who, you know, dedicates their time to teaching students could be rated as such, but you know, a downgrade, I wouldn't, that's so harsh, but yeah. I keep saying but yeah a lot because I hope that what I'm saying informs like, oh yeah, you get it. You can understand what I'm getting behind. Then again, that's where most failure in communication happens, when you assume someone understands, so we'll see. Man, look at me getting highly technical. Just focus on my silly little texture man. Yeah, is it going to switch to the right music this time? Well, oh man, I can't even apologize to you guys. I have to apologize to the DMCA gods. Am I getting ink on my desk? Let's hope not. So yeah, bit of craziness. I'm just going to switch over to a box now, because I feel like I'm not making many great strides over there. Let's try to do a really fast Frankenbox. The world's fastest Frankenbox. Maybe that's what I should host. One day I'll host a box drawing competition. Who can draw a somewhat accurate box? And it's like judged on like foreshortening and stuff like that. Oh jeez. I would one day want to host something kind of like Drawbox where like buy cheap things. Like stop it with the profits. You know, like art supplies, why are they so expensive? I understand some of them. You pay for what you get, but at the same time, it's excessive. And as a person with history in mechanical and a lot of manufacturing, seeing the actual price of raw material. Oh man, my hand was getting caught on the edge of that paper and is messing me up. That's my excuse anyways. But yeah, I feel like one day that'd be a pretty fun goal. If this channel somehow could support that, which I doubt, but because tentatively I talked about this mini streams, but my plans are only for this going on until I finish Drawbox. How soon may that be? Who knows? Could maybe never finish Drawbox, then I'll have an infinite YouTube channel. I would say, oh, I'm always worried about some creators like Markiplier, stuff like retiring, but I mean, look at now, we have Tom Scott, a pillar of the internet educational community, recently retired. Who else? Oh my gosh, yeah. What is it? MatPat. Oh my goodness. The internet will not be the same without him. And all for great reasons. They're starting families, they're doing more with their life, they're pursuing greater things. Okay, Frankenbox, what are we gonna do to this? Let's cut a piece off right here. Man, that, okay, I mean, yeah. That wasn't like as dynamic or as cool as I thought it would look, but who knows, right? We can add, we just need to start adding forms together. I think that's what we need to do. That is more in the nature of a, so like, maybe this is like a coffee shop, and we have a little bit over here that's like the storage area that extrudes out, and then you have a door to the back of the shop where they have a dumpster, and I don't know, trying to like pick up the pace. And of course my lines are suffering a lot from that. Oh jeez. Vanishing point, this one. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. This. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are gonna be like hyper weird now because it's so close to the vanishing point, these two. I still drew them somewhat correctly. There goes my intuition, I guess. Oh, I didn't really check that one too well. Whatever. How do speed artists do it, man? They are awesome. Wow. Making it look easy. So yeah, we have the side of the store and see, like I love these little constructions. This is why I like this way more than textures, because I'm good at it compared to textures. Or I don't know. It's very subjective to say I'm good at something, but I feel more comfortable doing it. That's a much better way of saying it. Okay. I think that's good enough for my coffee shop. Okay, so let's do a little quick review of what we've done today and call it a day. Very successful. Actually, I don't think any technical issues so far. So, solid warm-up, nothing to say here. Good line work, weird box right here. We've decided we're going to probably do the 250 box challenge. What else is going on here? Dissected her form. Did a little 4-3, analysis of each kernel, broke down into its pieces, decided how we're going to do the stems, and then changed how we're going to do the stems right here. Did a first test, and then decided we're going to do dots inside there because we don't want them to be completely dark. Sorry if I'm talking fast, but I always want to... Intuitively, I want to rush this. Intuitively. Just like, I want to rush this because it's the end of the stream, yay, whatever. And we actually may end it a little bit early tonight because we were a bit hasty. Then we did like a 3D view of the kernel, kind of. It was a bit messy, but whatever. Just to explain where those shadows may end up on the form. And then, of course, we actually applied it, and we did a pretty good job, in my opinion. Got the 3D form there. Had a bit of a bump right here. Other than that, though, pretty good. Oh my gosh, that just scared me so bad. My fan knocked off my tracing paper onto the floor, and I don't know why, but that ruined me. That was... Oh my gosh. Okay, well... We did do a tracing to kind of gauge how we're going to draw it. But yeah, other than that, I think today was a successful day. Not much more to add. We'll finish up our, and then we did our analysis of this. I was kind of rushing it, to be honest, so we'll do a deeper analysis tomorrow. But other than that, thank you guys very much for joining me today. Very successful day, not much else to say. I'm gonna make sure I save. I've been forgetting to do this. Save my, this is a garlic. My puref scenes. I always forget to do that. There we go. And other than that, thank you guys so much for joining me today. It was very fun, very successful, calm, chill day. Internet seemingly finally got solved, other than Spotify playing the wrong thing. That upset. We'll see what comes of it. No use in worrying about it now. So thank you guys very much for joining me today. Hope you have an amazing rest of the night, and I will see you guys tomorrow, which is Wednesday, right? Okay, my Windows is not showing my calendar. Yeah, okay, tomorrow's Wednesday. So yeah, thank you guys, and see ya.